Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and we're going to talk about the details for what they're calling the Fierce Battle Saga EZA. That is the official name for it on Global. Obviously, we've been kind of just referring to it as the Battlefield EZA's, which again, funnily enough, is also incorrect, because obviously Battlefield, when it finally got translated to English, was actually called Ultimate Clash. But either way, it's because these are the 7 units, and they awaken from the medals that you have to get from Battlefield, that you buy with the Battlefield gems. So they've just been referred to as the Battlefield EZA's. So just a random bit of information if you didn't know that. But so obviously we've got the Vegeta, the Nova Shenron, the Tech and in Android 13s, Int Metal Cooler, STR Evil Boo, and Physical Super Saiyan Goku. We're not going to go into these units too much in this video. I will be doing obviously separate showcases for all of them, as well as taking them into various different events. I'm not going to do every single event like Super Battle Road, Legendary Goku event, and everything else with each of them, because that's like, well, like at least 30 videos or something to get out within like a week. But I'll probably do a showcase of them, and then I'll take them into the event that I think best suits them. So there'll be at least 2 videos for each one. But if we have a look down, it is a typical 30-stage EZA. As you go through, the enemies change. So literally, like, you fight Tech Android 13 twice, then it just changes to the Int one, then it changes to Metal Cooler, Evil Boo, Nova Shenron, Goku, and then finally Vegeta. And if you decide to go past stage 30, see how high you can get, you will constantly fight the AGL Vegeta. So just like a normal standard EZA, you get 30 stones for doing each of the stages up to 30, and then you get a bunch of orbs. Now normally you get enough orbs to rainbow a unit, whereas this time around you're getting a smaller amount but of every type. So this is kind of useful. If there's like one specific type that you needed a real boost on, it's obviously not going to be exactly what you need, but it's a nice spread across the board. And of course, the useful thing is you get all of the medals. So that's something I did see some people asking about. Once you've done the 30 stages, you have the medals to awaken every single one of the units. You don't need to replay any of the stages or anything like that. And then you get 2 of each of these Grand Kais. Apart from physical, you get 3. I find that really weird, considering there's only 1 physical unit, but there's like 2 tech and 2 int. But there you go, that's kind of weird. One thing about this I do think is sort of disappointing is the fact that normally when we get an EZA for a unit, a lot of people will obviously already have them at SA 10. And by doing the EZA, it gives out a bunch of Kais which you can then put into that unit to get them to 15. Whereas unfortunately, even with the physical ones, you only get 3. So if you have all of these EZA units at Super Attack 10, these Kais that you get from doing the EZA isn't enough for you to get them to 15, which is a little bit disappointing. But obviously for me personally, I have a ton of Kais like spare anyway, so it's not the worst. Plus I do have a couple of these units. I do have secondary copies at Super Attack 5 ready to go, so there is that. Now, as standard, there's a couple of missions, so you can get like a couple of stones. Oh, actually there is... you actually get a stone for awakening each one of them as well. I didn't actually realise that. That's very cool. So you get 7 stones in total, rather than them doing a thing where you have to use the specific team to beat a certain stage. Normally gives you, I think, like 2 medals, 2 stones in total. So that's actually quite cool. So you're actually getting a couple of extra stones than you would normally. So that's not too bad. So as you probably noticed at the top, or have seen at the tabs at the top, very weird thing about this EZA is the special team you have to, or supposed to use, is the Ginyu Force. Now, obviously that's very odd. I don't know what that has to do with this, or Battlefield in general. But more so the fact that the Ginyu Force, not exactly the most varied category in the game, is it? So, the good thing about it, of course, is the fact that the Ginyu Force is fully free to play. Like, once you farm these 5 guys up, and you awaken them all, and you rainbow them all with the free orbs, the game gives you a copy of the Tech Ginyu Goku to be the leader, and then you have the full team. And then obviously if you decided to get the physical Ginyu with the Battlefield medals, he is a must-have on the team. So obviously you guys know I normally do EZA like team building videos. This can't really be that, because you can't really make a team. So there's a couple of things we're going to discuss. One of which is if you're in the situation like me, where you have the LR physical Ginyu, which one of these 5 members of the Ginyu Force should you leave off? And then we'll talk about the non-Ginyu Force option as well, which is just very possible. I mean, when I stream, I might do the Ginyu Force team for as long as we can, just to see how it goes, but if we even get to a stage where it starts to get even remotely frustrating, I'll just change to a different team. But so if we have a look at each of the units, we've got Berta. His strength, he can infinitely stack defense. He does boost his attack with orbs, and then he has a high chance, 50%, to dodge attacks as the first attacker in the turn. So this is one of those annoying passives where it doesn't trigger until he attacks as the first attacker. So if the enemy attacking you has like 4 attacks in the first slot before you get to attack, he can't dodge those 4 attacks unless of course you gave him dodge in the potential system. So that is Berta. Then we have Guldo. He does supreme damage, medium chance to stun. Now obviously with a typical 30 stage EZA, as soon as we get to literally stage 5, the enemy can't be stunned anymore, so that's not so great. However, his passive, he does lower the enemy's attack and defense. So if we have a quick look again, they can't be defense lowered from stage 3, and they can't be attack lowered from stage 15. So unfortunately, Guldo doesn't really have any abilities, so he's not the best one, that's definitely for sure for this particular event. Captain Ginyu, he's definitely one of the must-haves. He raises attack and does supreme damage to the enemy, so he can hit reasonably hard. He gets 3 key, attack and defense 70% when facing only 1 enemy, which will be this entire EZA. So he gets a decent stat boost, so he's very, very good. Jace is the support unit. He can also see where the enemy is going to super attack, so I would definitely say he is a must to include on the team. And then Raccoon gets a pretty decent defense boost. He also can boost his attack after he receives attacks, so he's one of the tankier units on the team. So out of those 5, I mean, originally I was gonna say Berta because of how annoying the dodge thing is, but it seems pretty clear that Guldo is the weakest link because none of his abilities are actually useful throughout most of the EZA. So what I would probably say is, if you're going to take the Ginyu Force team, literally just drop the unit that has type disadvantage against whichever enemy you're going up against for that stage. So if you're on stage 18, drop Berta and put in the physical LR Ginyu. If you're on stage like 26, then obviously drop Jace and put in the physical Ginyu, and just do that all the way throughout. So unless of course, like I say, if you don't have physical Ginyu, then you just have to use the whole Ginyu Force, and you'll just have to make sure you place your units carefully to not get hit with type disadvantage. So now for the non-Ginyu Force options, it does get a lot more varied. So if we look down, obviously every every EZA has this damage reduction against specific types, which kind of corrals you into using a very specific team as you get towards the end. But if you look here, it's literally from stage 10, and then it doesn't get any different after that. So the 80% damage reduction against all super types. So basically, as long as you're bringing extreme units, you can basically bring whichever team you want. They won't get a damage reduction. Obviously, once you start getting to these harder stages, units will start to get hit harder. And things like type disadvantage will really rock you, because in an EZA, the special category gets like damage reduction against the boss, and the EZA boss can hit you pretty hard if you're not in the category, so bear that in mind. Like for example, doing stage 30, you could bring an all extreme team, say I don't know, like a Resurrected Warriors team with Angel Golden Frieza. If you have an STR unit on that team, this Vegeta will still hit them fairly hard. So bear that in mind. But literally, you can just bring mono teams. Like for the first 2 stages, you could make a mono int team, then change to a mono physical, get to here, mono AGL, get to here, mono int, mono STR, and then mono tech all the way through. And the good thing about that is, obviously there's the 120 leaders, you can use those. There's other units that have other similar leader skills. But as we know from Super Battle Road and some of the weird videos we've done on the OG mono stages, there are a lot of categories that can run basically full mono teams. Like one example straight off the top of my head is for Extreme STR. If you have transforming Super Boo, who is the transformation boost leader, you can literally make a full Extreme STR transformation boost team. I use it in Battlefield for the physical stage. I think it's Super Boo, Janemba, Android 21, Cell, Omega Shenron, and then Fat Boo, I think. So yeah, 6 Extreme STR units that all fall under the Transformation Boost leader skill, and they would absolutely rock these 5 stages where you fight physical Goku. So this one is a very odd one. It has a weird team that everybody will have, but like isn't the best team in the game. So it's kind of your choice what to do. Like I said, I'll probably start off with the Ginyu Force and then we'll just see how we go on the stream. Like if I feel like the stream is taking too long to get through the EZA, then maybe we'll just change it up to a mono team. But yeah, Ginyu Force will be able to get it done all the way through. I'll probably like record, if we don't end up using the Ginyu Force team for stage 30, I'll probably just replay it and put that up as a video just to show you guys that it can indeed be done with the full Ginyu Force, maybe even without physical LR Ginyu. That'd be interesting. See if we can actually beat that stage 30 with just the free-to-play Ginyu Force team. So yeah, that is basically it. That's all the details for this EZA. Like I said, we're not going to go into the units because they're each going to get their own video over the coming weeks. I'm not sure what time I'll schedule this video to go up, because at the time of recording I've just put up the one that was all about the campaign information. So I'm thinking it'll probably go up somewhere around 4 hours before the EZA drops. So if you're watching this video now, as soon as it's gone up, 4 hours from now is when this will be live, and I will be streaming over on the YouTube channel or on Twitch. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you're on YouTube already, but do consider leaving me a follow on Twitch. I do stream other games on there sometimes as well. But yeah, come out for the stream, and we will smash out all 30 stages of this, get all these guys EZA. They're all rainbow for me, so I've been waiting for this for quite some time, and it will be a lot of fun. So let me know down below, what are you planning to do? Are you going to run the Ginyu Force, or are you just going to brute force your way through with mono teams all the way through? It's definitely a reasonable option. To be honest, it might even be easier. Like I imagine these first 2 stages, like if you brought an extreme int team with some really good units on, like LR Bojack, Angel Golden Frieza, you'd probably just one-shot these 2 phases like straight away. Whereas I don't know if you would necessarily do that with the Ginyu Force. So let me know what you are going to be doing down below in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Click that bell button, it will let you know when I'm going live if you do want to come in for the stream. And hopefully I will see you guys there. Also, you can join my Discord or follow me on Twitch. Those links are in the description below as well. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.